ជំរាបសួរខ្ញុំឈ្មោះសេឡាខ្ញុំមកពីប្រទេសកម្ពុជាថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំនឹងបង្ហាញអ្នកអំពីរបាំកុនមន្ទិរតោះរាំជាមួយខ្ញុំ
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deborah, and I'm from World Vision Singapore. Thank you for joining us today for our virtual trip to Kirivong and Sambour, Cambodia. I hope you enjoyed the Robam Common tour earlier. It's a traditional trick dance usually performed at the beginning of a ceremony to greet the audience. The dance was actually put together by some of our sponsored children from Cambodia. I believe many of you here are child sponsors yourself, and we haven't been able to plan trips overseas to visit your sponsored children because of the pandemic. So this morning, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this virtual trip experience that we've planned. We hope you'll be able to get a glimpse of our work and also learn more about how we utilize your contributions to make a difference to the community. For those of you who are new to World Vision, a very warm welcome once again, and we hope you'll join the World Vision family soon. In the next slide, I'll be sharing a couple of guidelines to ensure we have an enjoyable experience on this trip. For the best viewing experience, please click on View Options at the top right of your laptop or tablet screen and click Side-by-Side mode. If you're on your mobile device, double tap to switch between the screens. Throughout the trip, do feel free to use the Q&A function on Zoom or scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen to post any questions that you may have. We will address as many relevant questions as possible during the Q&A session that we'll have at the end. The duration of the virtual trip is expected to last about 1.5 hours. The virtual trip will also be recorded, so for security purposes, please do not attempt to record the session on your own. Right, before we start our trip, we have a pop quiz that will help us discover a little more about Cambodia. The questions will be flashed on the screen, and you may type your answers in the chat box below. If you're ready, let's begin. So the first question, which of the following pictures show the flag of Cambodia? Is it A, B, C, or D? See, some of you are very quick. And yes, many of you got the answer right. The answer is indeed C, which is the flag of Cambodia. A is actually the flag of Philippines. B is that of Chile. And D is the British flag. Okay, for the second question. Which of the following is the national flower of Cambodia? Again, you may type your answers in the chat box. See many answers coming in. Okay, the correct answer is actually D. D shows the national flower of Cambodia, which is the ramdo. A is actually Singapore's national flower, which is the Vanda Miss Joachim. B is the peony, which is China's national flower. And C is the hibiscus, which is Malaysia's national flower. I think some of you got it right. So the answer is actually D, the ramdo. Okay, on to the third question. Which of these words means hello in Cambodian? Is it A, Cham Rip Sur, B, Ni Hao, C, Xin Chao, or D, Konnichiwa? So if you follow our social media on Facebook or Instagram, you might have come across one of our posts previously that will tell you the answer to this question. Yep, I think many of you are getting the answer right, and it is indeed A, which is Cham Rip Sur, and that means hello in Cambodian. Okay, thank you for your participation, and that's the last of our questions. We hope you learned a little more about Cambodia through this quiz. Moving on now to our program of today's adventure. We'll be starting off with an overview of World Vision's work in Cambodia, followed by some key challenges and the impact of our work in Kirivong. The highlight of this portion will be taking you on a live virtual visit where you'll witness the work of our reading camp interventions and get to meet one of the most vulnerable families in Kirivong. For the second portion of the trip, we'll be venturing into the community in Sambour before we end off the trip with a Q&A session. So without further ado, let's begin with the overview of World Vision's work in Cambodia. So Cambodia is actually about 252 times bigger than Singapore, with 25 provinces throughout the country. Some of you might be more familiar with Phnom Penh, which is their capital city. Cambodia is actually a rather young society, with about 65% of the population being under 30 years old. There are also a total of 39 area programs that World Vision runs in Cambodia, 2 of which World Vision Singapore are supporting. Now let's watch a video on the history of how World Vision Cambodia started.
អង្គការទស្សនពិភពលោកចាប់ផ្ដើមកិច្ចសហប្រតិបត្តិការរបស់ខ្លួននៅកម្ពុជាក្នុងឆ្នាំ1970រហូតមកដល់ឆ្នាំ1975យើងបានសាងសង់មន្ទីរពេទ្យកុមារជាតិដើម្បីជួយសង្គ្រោះកុមារយើងបដិញ្ញាបង្កើតអនាគតដ៏ត្រចះត្រចង់សម្រាប់កុមារធានាថាកុមារត្រូវបានបង្ការនិងការពារពីរាល់ទម្រង់នៃការរំលោភបំពានជួយគាំទ្រផែនការដែលជួយឲ្យកុមារមានសុខភាពនិងការលូតលាស់ល្អធ្វើការជាដៃគូក្នុងយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រដែលធ្វើឲ្យការអប់រំរបស់កុមារប្រសើរឡើងជួយយុវជនឲ្យមានការច្នៃប្រឌិតក្លាយជាពលរដ្ឋដ៏សកម្មនិងជាអ្នកដឹកនាំជំនាន់ក្រោយយើងអាចធ្វើការជាមួយគ្នាដើម្បីបង្កើតពិភពលោកមួយដែលកុមារអាចលូតលាស់និងរីករាយជាមួយជីវិតដ៏ពេញបរិបូរណ៍ទាំងអស់គ្នាដើម្បីកុមារកម្ពុជា
All right, at this point, I would just like to remind everybody that you can use the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen to post any questions that you may have for us throughout the trip. So it's the Q&A function and not the chat box. Right, next up, we have our World Vision Cambodia Operations Director, Virit Ling, who will grace us with a virtual welcome message.
Good morning to everyone. Greeting you from Cambodia, and specific location here is from a district where World Vision is working. It's great to talk to you about Cambodia a little bit. So first of all, I would like to thank you so much, praise the Lord, that we would be able to work in partnership for the most vulnerable children in Cambodia. It's not by accident, but it's something coming from your passion of love, care for one another. So I really appreciate your support, you care for, including non-financial related. Your love, your connection, your smiling is also helping us a lot, especially to the most vulnerable children in Cambodia. So far, we have been working very well in partnership. We understand each other. We communicate like one body of us. So we know how to shake, how to do, which are really good in partnership to complement one another. So this is my great pleasure. Would like to thank you to you as a staff of World Vision, as well as the sponsor. Although some of the sponsors, you don't know Cambodia, you don't know the most vulnerable children in Cambodia, but your heart, your spirit, your mind, your shock have been kind of like connecting. So you really inspire us. Despite of any difficult circumstances, COVID period, anything, but because of being inside motivation, we can do. Think it's possible. So I would like to share about myself a little bit. Working with World Vision for 21 years and plan to continue with this mission because it's not a job, but it's my whole life mission aligned with the organizational mission. 21 years with World Vision and plan to continue further years, maybe up to retirement, because love of the mission, because of the commitment not leave one behind, especially the most vulnerable children. You know that in the recent year, in FY21, all those World Vision in Cambodia have been passing through very difficult circumstances. COVID blocked us. Programs have been stopped us because of a COVID situation, but we still adapt our program to would be able to achieve up to almost 800,000 MVC across the country. So it's a great pleasure. We need to adapt our core project model to the situation because we really passionate to move forward to reach to the most vulnerable children. That's our hearts broken. We cannot leave them. We know that they have already got like the burden, shock, hardship. So why we need to continue, persuade ourselves from inside to do more, to learn more. No word of a stop, but how to continue. For us, it's no word to stop, to stand by, but how can we continue with that situation? 800,000 MVC reach. Each year is our bottom line. It's evident to prove our love in action. Thanks for your continuation support. As Operation Director of this organization, World Vision in Cambodia, I represent my team, especially frontline staff. They are so committed. It's not just job, but calling. Continue to pray for you as a child sponsor. I know you have also facing some challenges as well. Our staff have also faced challenging, but compared to the burden of the most vulnerable children, we cannot excuse ourselves. Again, would like to thank you so much. Praise the Lord that put you in this situation together so that we can move forward. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.
Though we can't have Virat here, we do have some of our other colleagues from the World Vision Cambodia team on the call with us today. So we have Vaughn, who is the sponsorship manager of World Vision Cambodia. We also have Sopat, who is the Kirivong area program manager, and Pisat, the area program manager of Sambour. So next up, we'll have Vaughn take us through some highlights from World Vision Cambodia's COVID-19 response and the rewarding impact from the team's work. Over to you, Vaughn.
Yeah, one of the quiz. So Chumriep Su is hello from Cambodia. I am really excited to be here today, joining the call with all of you, my friend, my brother and sister from the distance. Yeah, really excited, and it's just touching my heart, you know, listening and watching through the message from the operation directors who is serving the poor with World Vision for almost, I can say, for almost 22 years. So we would like to have more time with the children at the reading camp as well as with the more vulnerable family. So I just would like to let you know that I've been working with World Vision in Cambodia for 16 years for just in sponsorship operation or in child sponsorship. I got married and I have one daughter. She is now 11 years old. 11 years old. She is in grade 6. So it's been a very challenging time for 2 years already due to COVID-19 pandemic. But here I would like to let you know that in the next slide presentation, which I will briefly talking about the COVID-19 response in Cambodia. So since the spread out of the COVID-19 in the world, coming to Cambodia, you know, sound like World Vision Cambodia, World Vision International in Cambodia, as well as the government of Cambodia, is, you know, prepare ourselves ready for any response to the impact of the COVID-19. For example, in case of World Vision International in Cambodia, we actually set up for objective in order to respond to the COVID-19 impact. So our first objective was about to scale up, you know, preventative measure to limit the spread of the disease. And the second one, you know, we aim to strengthen health system and worker, as well as the third one, support children impacted by the COVID-19 through education, child protection, food security, and livelihood. And the fourth one, you know, we have collaborate and advocate to ensure children are protected. So there are hundreds of children in our program. I can say register children under your support, under other country support, infected by COVID-19, and then we, you know, offer full response to support the family as well as the registered children or sponsor children. Praise the Lord. Fortunately, all infected registered children, sponsored children in Cambodia are safe, secure, and they are recovered. So, just would like to let you know that in Cambodia, if we, point out to company, to local non-government organization or international government organization, World Vision International in Cambodia was recognized by government, by other stakeholders in terms of COVID response. So we are proud to be World Vision International in Cambodia staff. One of the actors contributed to responding to the issue of COVID-19. So, as you can see here, there are some numbers. We offer our support in terms of hand washing supply, comprehensive hygiene kits distributed to household, especially the vulnerable children and more vulnerable children as well as their family. And at the same time, we know that they are challenging in terms of education. So we support some school material as well as we have cash transfer to the more vulnerable family. So I would like just share with you this, and then you can see more about how are we working to help the poor in Cambodia. Next slide.
Yep. Thank you, Vaughn.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So moving on, we'll be learning more about our area program in Kirivong. So Kirivong is actually a district located in Takeo province, which is in the southern part of Cambodia. It is very near the border of Vietnam. Kirivong has a population of almost 90,000 people, of whom 95% of them are farmers. Our work in Kirivong is extensive, with about 3,000 adults and about 7,000 children having benefited from the programs thus far. As you can see here, our work in Kirivong started from October 2008, and it will be ending soon in September 2024. We have been in Kirivong for a longer period of time, so you'll be able to see a greater and more sizable impact in the subsequent slides as compared to our Sambour area program, which we only started last year. So next up, we have Sopat, our Kirivong area program manager, who will be taking us through some of the challenges, achievements, as well as impact from our work in Kirivong. So over to you, Sopat. Let's just give him a moment as he gets ready to turn on his camera and share with us. So once again, I would like to remind everybody that you can use the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen to post any questions that you have for us. You can also use the QR code at the bottom. You can scan it and it will lead to our WhatsApp number where you can chat with our friendly colleagues if you have any questions about our work or just anything about World Vision.
Okay, Bong Pat may have some connection problem, so he joining from other device. So let's meet Bong Pat now.
Jumripsu. Hello everyone. I am
Go ahead, Bong. Go ahead.
Hi, Supat. Nice to have you here with us today.
yes, Jumripsu. Hello everyone. I am Supat. I'm from Kirivong, Kirivong AP. I am a program manager.
បងផាត់ដាក់វីដេអូមកមុខវិញសុខាដាក់វីដេអូមកមុខវិញ Yeah អញ្ចឹងហើយតា proceed Thank you
Nice to meet you all here and enjoy with the virtual trip from Kirivong and Sambour, Cambodia. I am working with the version Cambodia 14 years and I work in Kirivong just from the start and until now. Yeah. So I would like to share you about the challenges and achievement for Kirivong AP right now. Yeah, first one I would like to share you about the key challenges in Kirivong related to youth and children participation, related to the wars, and also related to
បងផាត់ហើយនិយាយយកហ្មងបងកុំសេរីច្រើនពេក
Okay. First one, I would like to tell you about the challenge related to youth and adolescent participation as a lack of youth participation in the community, and especially for the social work, as the children and youth are exposed to abuse and doing the harmful thing, and also the drug use. And the second one challenges is related to the lack of access to clean water, as a limited clean water resource for people to use. That the result, the last year, only 48% of target household have year-round access to improved water source. As the in Kirivong, some area have the arsenic substance that affect to health for the children and community. The third one challenges is related the educational challenges, as the children have limited access to quality learning outcome. Last year result so that only 39% of the children can read with comprehension by the grade 3, based on the access the quality of education last year. So next slide. I would like to share you about the achievement from the previous year in FY21. In FY21, all schools almost closed because of a COVID pandemic. So the program still support the children at the reading camp or school for children to 545 children have borrowed book from the reading camp and from the school to read and to learn at home, even the school closed. Yeah. And second achievement related to the youth and adolescent participation. 45 youth leaders participate in a community civic learning project. It means they led or they initiate the project and they support the community through a campaign or through the awareness raising about the child right, about the COVID-19 prevention to the people and to the children in the village. Also, we support 15 schools for the teacher training and for material creation that develop material for children to learn. It means to abandon class, bring rich to the school. For the achievement of water and sanitation, we work with the 3 agriculture cooperative. It means a community group. We support them to provide clean water to 750 households, and this amount will be increased gradually by year. As we provide the 3 agriculture cooperative provide a water pipe connection, clean water to the household for children and community can use the clean water and safe water at home, so they can improve the nutrition, the health for the community, for the child well-being. This is a key challenge and achievement for the Kirivong MP. Also, we have the child well-being outcome. First one, we related to a percentage of children vaccinated against the common disease. Right now, in FY21, 100% of children have vaccinated. Yeah, and second one, now 59% of youth with the increased understanding of financial literacy and responsibility. And the last one is 43.5% of children who can read with comprehension by the grade 3. Yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sopat. Thank you for joining us today. Yep, since we can't be physically at the Kirivong district today, we have Shivin, one of our youth beneficiary, who will take us on a tour of her community through this next video. Yep, so please enjoy this video.
សូមស្វាគមន៍មកកាន់តំបន់ស្រុកគិរីវង្ស ជាសួស្តីអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នានេះខ្ញុំជីវិនពេលនេះកំពុងតែស្ថិតនៅមុខសាលាស្រុកគិរីវង្សដែលជាកន្លែងផ្ដល់សេវាសាធារណៈសម្រាប់ប្រជាជននិងជាកន្លែងធ្វើការរបស់អមអាជ្ញាធរតោះអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាប្រកាសជាចង់ដឹងហើយណាថាស្រុកគិរីវង្សមានអីកែខ្លះទៀតតោះតាមដានជាមួយខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នា ទីនេះគឺជាផ្សារទម្លាប់ជាផ្សារធំបំផុតនៅក្នុងស្រុកគិរីវង្សទីនេះមានអីវ៉ាន់ច្រើនខ្លាំងមែនទែនមានរបស់របរប្រើប្រាស់ដែលនេះខ្ញុំមិនអាចរៀបរាប់បានតោះទៅមើលជាមួយខ្ញុំ នៅក្នុងផ្សារនេះផងដែរមានគ្រឿងទេសនិងបន្លែត្រីសាច់ជាច្រើនដែលជាកសិករនៅក្នុងភូមិអាចយកមកបោះដុំនៅទីនេះមិនត្រឹមតែប៉ុណ្ណោះអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាបងស្ត្រីមេផ្ទះក៏អាចទិញនៅទីនេះយកទៅធ្វើម្ហូបនៅផ្ទះបានផងដែរ ទំនិញមួយកន្លែងដែលនៅជិតការិយាល័យអង្គការទស្សនពិភពលោកបំផុតវាមានការងាយស្រួលខ្លាំងមែនទែនក្នុងការទិញសម្ភារៈនិងទិញរបស់របរប្រើប្រាស់ផ្សេងៗចាដើរទៅ តែបន្តិចយើងក៏មកដល់ការិយាល័យអង្គការទស្សនពិភពលោកប្រចាំស្រុកគិរីវង្សដែលជាកន្លែងនាងខ្ញុំឬក៏យុវជនផ្សេងទៀតរួមទាំងសហគមន៍ដែលគាត់មកទីនេះដើម្បីប្រជុំនិងរៀនសូត្រជាដើមទីនេះគឺជាចំការបន្លែរបស់ប្រជាកសិករដែលខាងសហគមន៍កសិកម្មគាត់បានទិញនិងយកទៅលក់បន្តនិងរកទីផ្សារឲ្យពួកគាត់ អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាលេងបានមួយខ្ញុំខាងក្រោយនេះគឺជាតារាងបាល់នៅក្នុងសាលាហើយសាលាទីនេះគឺមានទាំងអនុនិងបឋមក្រៅពីគាត់សិក្សានិងរៀននៅក្នុងសាលារួចពួកគាត់តែងតែនាំគ្នាលេងបាល់ដើម្បីសុខភាពរបស់ពួកគាត់តោះលេងបាល់អរគុណសម្រាប់ការតាមដានវីដេអូរបស់នាងខ្ញុំបាយបាយ
All right, we have come to the portion of the trip that I'm sure many of you have been waiting for. We'll be making a live virtual visit where you'll witness the work of one of our reading camps and also get to meet one of the most vulnerable families in Kirivong. So just a bit of a background on who and what we'll be visiting today. So World Vision typically runs reading camps to provide accessible and quality education to the children living in poverty. So the particular reading camp that we'll be visiting today runs for 2 hours every weekend, either on a Saturday or Sunday. This reading camp that we'll be visiting also has about 23 children who attend weekly, and they are aged 6 to 9. So with your support, World Vision has been able to provide learning resources and upgrade the facilities to ensure that the children have a fun and welcoming environment to learn and play. The reading camp are also mostly run by volunteers who facilitate the reading camp. And so World Vision also provides them with adequate training to ensure they are properly equipped to run these reading camps. For the second portion of the visit, we will meet a sponsored child, Sok Min, and the family whose lives have been changed through the help of sponsorship. So the family consists of Mr. Sambour, who is 51 years old, and his wife, Eng Bol, who is also 51 years old. And Sok Min has 6 siblings, so there are a total of 7 children in the family, 2 boys and 5 girls. There are also 7 other family members and 4 other children who live with them. So for those unfamiliar with the work of World Vision, the efforts and contributions of child sponsorship always go beyond just the sponsored child. So the sponsored child's family and community will also benefit as well. And today's visit will be a good testament to that. So now let's switch to the team in Cambodia who will take us live to the reading camp in Kirivong.
I am Tremom. I am a community development facilitator at Kirivong 18. Please sit with me and join with me to meet a reading camp facilitator who is a community volunteer. What are you doing? I am facilitating with children on the reading camp activity. Today we go to the lesson 14. That we learn about Khmer alphabet. and the sound
មានដឹងថានៅក្នុងក្រុមរបស់មីហ្នឹងមានកុមារអស់ប្រមាណអ្នកដែរនៅជំរុំរបស់ខ្ញុំមានកុមារ23នាក់អ្នកគ្រូ
there are 23 children here
ក្នុងនោះមានស្រី10នាក់
with 10 girls
ចាមីដឹងថាកុមារទាំងអស់ជាកុមារទំនុកប្រមាណនេះហើយកុមារមានរងគ្រោះ
how many registered children and MBC here
ចាកុមារងាយរងគ្រោះហ្នឹង23នាក់អ្នកគ្រូហើយក្នុងនោះមានកុមារទំនុកម្រងហ្នឹង20នាក់
there are 23 MBC with 20 registered children here
ចាមីហើយបានជាមីចាត់អារម្មណ៍ក្នុងការដែលមកចុះសម្របសម្រួលកុមារនៅក្នុងសហគមន៍របស់យើង
why you volunteer to participate the camp
ចាដោយសារតែកុមារនៅក្នុងសហគមន៍របស់ខ្ញុំគាត់គឺជាកុមារងាយរងគ្រោះហើយគាត់
because children here most of them are more vulnerable children with the slow learner
ចាគាត់មិនចេះអាន
they have low ability for reading
ចាបានជាខ្ញុំបង្រៀនកុមារនៅក្នុងជំរំអំណានរបស់ខ្ញុំហើយខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្ត
so I am volunteer to participate the children here
ដោយបានសហការពីអង្គការទស្សនពិភពលោក
with supporting from World Vision Cambodia
ចាហើយមានវគ្គបណ្ដុះបណ្ដាលជំនាញ
and World Vision also build up my capacity for facilitating the camp
ចាហើយមានបង្រៀនម៉ែរបស់កុមារ
I am not facilitate with the children but I also facilitate with the mother group here
ចាហើយអង្គការទស្សនពិភពលោកគ្រប់គ្រងសម្ភារៈជាច្រើនហើយមាន
World Vision also contribute some material for the club such as string
ចាហើយមានទឹកឲ្យគាត់
drinking water for children when they are join the activity here
ចាហើយនឹងកែលម្អ club
and also decorate this children club
ចា
as you see
ហើយមានសៀវភៅរឿង
yeah they also support story books
ហើយមានធ្នើដាក់សៀវភៅ
with chef
មានបន្ទប់ទឹក
there's also beer a latrine here for children
ចាហើយពួកខ្ញុំបានចាយកញ្ចប់ថវិកា
my group also apply community micro project
ចាសាងសង់
for building up this children club
ចាដើម្បីឲ្យកុមារមករៀនជួបជុំគ្នាឬក៏
for children to come and play together and learn with a fresh smile and comfortable here
ចាអរគុណច្រើនមីដឹងថាកុមារក្នុងក្រុមរបស់មីមានអាយុចន្លោះពីប្រហែលដល់ប្រហែល
how old are children here
6ឆ្នាំទៅ9ឆ្នាំ
they are from 6 to 9 years old
ចាមីតាំងពីការបរៀនរបស់មីរហូតដល់ឥឡូវហ្នឹងមីឃើញថាកុមារមានការផ្លាស់ប្ដូរ
how do you recognize for the children how they change after they come they join with the camp activity
មានការផ្លាស់ប្រែជាច្រើនជាងមុនអ្នកគ្រូឥឡូវហ្នឹងគាត់ចេះអនាម័យខ្លួន
have changed too much on personal hygiene they have practiced personal hygiene well
ចាហើយចឹងគាត់បានជួបជុំគ្នាគាត់រៀនគាត់ចេះអានចេះសរសេរ
they come here after they free from school they to write and read together
អរគុណច្រើនមីអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសូមអនុញ្ញាតមីដើម្បីជួបជាមួយនឹងកុមារហើយនឹងការបង្រៀនរបស់មីបានអត់ទេបានអ្នកគ្រូ
so can you show us and the other here to see about the activity that you facilitate with the children club on a reading camp activity
ចាអញ្ចឹងអ្នកគ្រូដែល
okay let's see together on the activity that me and my team will facilitate the children club hello everyone
ចាអ្នកគ្រូបង្រៀនពីអីគាត់
Yes, let's see together with the activity that the two committee volunteer who will facilitate the activity with children club. And now the first activity they will facilitate the children to sing a song that talk about the butterfly want to go to school. The meaning of the song is talk about the butterfly, like smell the fresh smell from the flower and on the way to school, and the butterfly ask children to go to school with them. So let's enjoy the activity with the children club here. Yes, the meaning is the butterfly is flying on the way to school and they are smelling from the flower. And the butterfly ask children to go to school with them.
All right, thank you so much, Srimom and Somali.
Yes, so that's all from the reading camp here.
Yes, thank you so much for showing us the reading camp and showing us what the children are learning at the reading camp. We'll be moving on with our live segment to the family that we'll be visiting today. Thank you once again, Srimom and Somali. Right, so now we'll be switching to the most vulnerable family that we'll be visiting. Yeah, Sokha and Chinese team. We will switch cameras now to the team who is with Mr. Sambour and his family. So as we visit the family, I would like to remind everyone once again that you can use the Q&A function to ask questions. You can pose questions to the family, and our team will help take the questions.
Respect. Moment.
Cho kia con kia nào mới cần bộ con cho ở kia đập để chậm lưng. Mình vậy lăng tính hay lưng đấy.
Camera con. Wait. Cho thằng nó. Một camera. Okay.
Chụp đẹp xấu á.
Con mình sầm đạm ngày nay tại mình ban là áo chung sầm xi thì miền sponsor got showroom.
Thank you very much for letting us interview you and sponsor visit you as well.
Mình tú trong sầm đẹp xưa tú sầm đẹp cru sa mình tú tập ấp ní miền sầm ăn chập man nhẹ đó.
Could I know how many members in your family? There are 9-10 members in our family. Could you describe? We have 7 children, I and my wife, and we also have a young old mother as well. Could you tell us what do you do? We have farm and we plant some crops.
Trong bên đây tham miền tam bờ lái hay bờ lái đó khu mình tầm áp miềnประมาณcái lại đấy.
So you plant crop. We plant 3 different places.
Hay mình phu chập đam bờ lại đấy đam sang cái này hạt đam chẳng được răng chẳng được xa mình
So you plant it even dry season and wet season and rainy season.
hay mặc nó mật ngay ban promo pha ban promen kilo đã sẽ trâu một
How many kilograms do you collect a day?
ban ba cái kilo ban pram promo mơn
If you consider as money, you got 50,000 to 60,000 a day. 500 real.
តូនជាមួយនឹងការដាំបន្លែទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងមីងពូបានទៅចែកប្រទេសមកពីណាដែរ
Relate to planting crop, where do you get technical?
បានពីណា
បានមកពីខាងអង្គការពិលោកបានខ្ញុំផ្ដើមឲ្យពួកខ្ញុំទៅរៀនសូត្រខាងដាំបន្លែ
We got technical from World Vision in Cambodia.
អង្គការទស្សនៈពិភពលោកបានជួយអីខ្លះដល់គ្រួសារមីងពូ
What World Vision support you? World Vision support material.
អីខ្លះពូ
What else?
ជាកស៊ូអី
10 and water pipe. It is a drip system. Net.
បានជួយពីមុនដំបូងមកទៅ
World Vision support us in the before until now.
ចាំមានអីខ្លះទៀតពូ
What else could you tell us?
មានអីក្រៅពីហ្នឹងទៀត
អ្នកនេះគឺមានក្រៅហ្នឹងមាន
ក្របពូជមានអីអត់ទេឬក៏ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងមានក្របពូជមានអី
មានផ្ដល់ឲ្យខ្លះចំណាយ
Besides drip system, Vision also support crop seed.
ចង់ជំរាបសួរពូថាតើតើនឹងការដាំបន្លែនេះមានបញ្ហាប្រឈមអីខ្លះដែរពូ
Could you tell us the challenge when you plant the crop? We also meet some issue like lack of water to watering the crop. Because of lack of water, so we less product as well.
ជំរាបដំណាំរបស់ពូបញ្ហាទឹកអត់ជាបញ្ហាទេណាព្រោះតែពូមានទឹកណាមានទឹក
Okay, apologies on some technical difficulties. I think let's give the team some time to get back on the connection. So thank you for some of the questions coming in through the Q&A function. Yeah, you may keep the questions coming. So yeah, for the family, I think if some of you missed it earlier, they mentioned that World Vision has supported them by providing technical equipment and training, as well as the materials they need for planting the crops. Right, I think we give the team some time to connect back.
Mày ai sọc kha mong phạt អត់មានទូរស័ព្ទពីណាជួយទៀតទេព្រោះគាត់ដាច់បាត់ហើយទៅម្នាក់ឯង
So yeah, a little bit more about the family. The family actually has one child sponsored with World Vision. Yeah, and as mentioned earlier, when the child was being supported by World Vision, the funds actually are channeled to helping the family and the community as well. So the family here has benefited from the support from World Vision. So child sponsorship with World Vision typically benefits the community in 5 main areas, one of which is education, as seen earlier from the reading camp. The second would be nutrition and health for the children. Third would be child protection, to protect the children against abuse and exploitation. Another area is livelihoods, which you can see from today's family. Yeah, they're supported in their employment, and we encourage them to be able to be sustainable and earn their keep to provide for their families. Yeah, apologies on the technical difficulties. Can you just give us a moment to see if we can connect the family back?
បងផាតរត់ទៅដល់កន្លែងគាត់ដែរណាបងផាតតោះបងផាត
Okay, I do see a question here online. So the question says, will World Vision help in providing irrigation and technical training to all poor families, including those who do not have any child who is sponsored? So how our child sponsorship works is that the money and the funds collected is channeled to the whole community. So the sponsored child and the sponsored child's family might have some priority to the support, but eventually we do focus on helping the whole community. So other families and other poor families without any sponsored children will also benefit from the help that World Vision is providing. Okay, I think we might not be able to connect back. So sorry about that technical difficulties. Yeah, but we hope you were able to get a little glimpse of both the reading camp and the family and the situation in Kirivong. So let's move on with our virtual trip to the second half, which will be exploring the area program in Sambour. Yep, so Sambour is actually a district located in Kratie province, which is northeast of Cambodia. It has a population of about 70,000 people, which is slightly smaller than what we saw in Kirivong earlier. Similar to Kirivong, majority of the people in Sambour work as farmers as well. So Sambour is actually one of our new area programs that we launched in November just last year. And our work there is planned to continue until September 2033. So next, we'll be stepping into the world of our Sambour community through a video tour. Please enjoy this video that will show you a bit more about the community. Indeed, we are thankful for all your contributions, which have allowed us to make a lasting impact in the community. However, there's still a lot more work to be done. So next up, we have Pisat, our Sambour Area Program Manager, who will share more about the key challenges that they face in Sambour.
Okay, good morning and greeting from Sambour Area Program. My name is Pisat. I'm the Area Program Manager. Yeah, welcome to sponsor in our World Vision College. Yeah, now I would like to present you about some key challenges in our Sambour AP area program. Okay. Yeah, firstly, I would like to briefly tell you about Sambour. Sambour is one district among the 6 districts in Krabi province, and it is the poorest districts in Krabi, and also Krabi is the poorest province in Cambodia. Yes, we just starting our program almost 1 year here. However, we have key challenges as the following. The first one is about nutrition and health. We have 602 malnourished children. This is because the community here is they are poor understanding on nutritious food, and many families are poor, so they migrate for a job and keep their children with older grandparents. Yes, so it is difficult for children here to have nutrition food. And also here is lack of safe water. Yeah, the geography area, our water gate area are on the islands. So people use the water directly from the river without treatment. Yeah, that make them have a problem with disease. And the second issue is about limited access to health center due to the poor transportation and long distances. Yeah, because of our areas are on the island, and most family are poor, and also the the transportation is not much here. It's not many here, so they are hard to access to the health center. So some community people decide to use a traditional treatment at their home, or some pregnant women decide to get delivery at the home with a traditional device. And for the second issue is about water and hygiene and sanitation. The statistic here showing that 32% of the community consume untreated water daily because of the geographic area, and because of they are on the island, so people don't have the way to get the safe water to use, and most of them are poor understanding about safe drinking water, and some family are far from the river, so they just buy the water from the seller. Next, I would like to tell you about the education situation in Sambour area program. Okay, frequently children drop out of school. Why they drop out of school? Because most families are poor, so they don't have money to support their children with their studying materials. And some of them decide to migrate and bring their children with them to get a job. And another one is the geographic area that are on the islands, so they have no means for transportation to the school, or sometimes they have to pay the money when they have to cross the river to the school. So many of them decide to drop out of school. And the second one is lack of school, classroom, and teacher, poor quality of teaching. Because of our area are remote area, so lack support from the government, and some village are far in the forest, in the plant near the plantation, so they don't have enough building. They don't have enough teachers. Yes, as you know, here there are contracted teacher. Yes, that didn't get training related to pedagogy, so they cannot teach children well. Yes, so this is the problem about education here. The last one is about child protection. Child protection, we meet some challenges like domestic violence, 15%, early marriage 4%, children are subjected to labor, drug use, and abuse, exploitation. Yeah, this is because the community here don't understand well about child abuses or violence. Yeah, in their mindset, they think to educate their children well, they have to punish them like physical violence or mental violence. They think as what they do is a general thing, and the good one to educate these children well. And for the early child marriage, many some people think they don't want their children too old to marry. So they decide to get their children married. And some children are forced by their family to drop out of school and to migrate to find a job to support the family livelihood. So these are about the challenges in our Sambour AP. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Pisat. Before you go, we do have a question from our participants that maybe you can help answer. So the question is, how does the team help the students who is not able to attend school because of the long distance that they have to travel in Sambour?
Okay, thank you for your question. Yeah, because we just started our program, let's say in mid-November 2021, just a few months ago. So, and when we discuss with the community people about the priority issue, yeah, they prioritize nutrition first, and due to the limited budget, so the AP select only nutrition program and community engagement and sponsorship project. So we did not have many interventions related to education. However, we have other support to the more vulnerable children who studying at primary school. Yeah. In previous month, we provided 333 children study material like pack bag, like a notebook and a pen. Yeah, but it's still limited for our support. Yeah, as I told you at the moment, we just started our program and the community prioritize nutrition first, and due to our limitation of budget, so we select on nutrition. Yes. If any more question, please, or if you have to clarify with my answer.
Yeah, I think that helps to answer. Thank you so much, Pisat.
Okay,
thank you for sharing with us today. Yeah, so next, moving on with the program, we'll be meeting one of the most vulnerable families in Sambour who will share with us the challenges they face through a video recording.
Nhiệt xuống được cru và thêm một dân tự là nhân là 50 năm miền mà chấp vào nè câu cam nè mùi tiệt nó muối ayu tập cầm bày mùi tiệt nó ayu tập cam đập bay mùi tiệt nó ayu đập 1 năm mùi tiệt nó ayu đập năm 2 mùi 4 năm mà 4 năm nó toàn ban tôi riêng thế toàn và lịch cày mà một điện màu bài tịch đâu thì cam thong hay nằm tam bị sai một bọc nhưng mà bị sai đặt môn mình có ban tầm khi mình đặt lại sang rồi đặt môn mình ban trai màu tục cột cung và khẩu cung làm lại học luôn anh thì tôi câu nuôi tiết là câu nuôi thì nuôi cái nuôi pro trong មួយធ្វើគ្រូមួយធ្វើពលិសដល់អញ្ចឹងវាមួយណាមួយលោកគ្រូលោកគ្រូជួយខ្ញុំបានកូនទៅរៀនហើយសំណេរពលខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំបានក្របពុះក្របបានខ្ញុំធ្វើដំទៅមួយទៀតទៅអរគុណ
All right, I hope you were able to get a little glimpse of the Sambour community and the challenges that the people there face through this video that we just watched. Right now, I think our team in Kirivong might be ready for us to go back and visit the family once again. Yeah, just give us a moment to see if we are able to connect back again.
Sukha, can you turn on your mics?
We are ready, Bob.
Okay, please start from the side. Thank you.
Angkat mau buka soalnya. Angkat deh.
Ada yang thomada.
Yeah, over to you, Sokha. Maybe you can show us around the plantation.
You can stand.
Before we start, since the beginning or
no, just continue. Just continue.
Yeah, maybe you can show us a bit more about the plantation and show us the crops that you grow.
We would like to know, beside you planting the crop, so what do you have planned for your future besides planting the crop? So our farming, and we will extend our farm to plant the crop more. What about your children? Do you have plan for them for the future? We think about our farming. We will extend it for the big to support our children to go to school until they graduate. Thank you. What about the community or your neighbor? Do you say they are planting the crop like you? I see a lot of people around me planting the crop like me. What about the other? They not yet planting the crop and they want to study from you. How do you think?
Okay, mà riêng tu, chui bằng riêng thế này.
Yeah, let us come and join with us. We will teach them how to plant the crop. Thank you. Could you introduce us your crop, your planting? Lên bay được không? Bay sập đai được không?
Bay sập đai.
How many children are they continue studying? There are 2 children studying. My name is Bol Phok Mien. I am 17 years old and study grade 11. What do you want to be in the future? In the future, I want to become a police. Besides studying, what do you do in your house? Besides studying, I come home. I help my parents to collect vegetable, to clean the house. Thank you.
Chọn bao nhiêu ca tôi chứ hả?
Thank you for let us have time to introduce your guys.
Now we visit farm. Năm ngày bao lắm? 20 day. Crop kia chất thịt của là 20 day. Ta con này xua ta. Ta bố men sầm nuôi trăng xua cọt từ vinh nhé.
So these are some of the crops that the family plants. Sokha, can we know what are some of the plants that the family grows? The types of vegetables that they grow?
Sakha con miền sùng nô su tha ta con nam ấy là Sakha nâng đẳng đó chỉ tập lại sáng.
Now we plant a cucumber and winter melon. Winter melon. cucumber
crop
eggplant
plant
មាននងទៀតណា
no
មាននងមានចុះនៅជើងភ្នំនេះ
check
banana
banana
here no
non check មានដាក់ខ្នុរដាក់ស្វាយគេហៅ jackfruit mango
So there are cucumbers, bananas, and mango plants.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, could we make a quick visit to the family and the children?
កូនគាត់កូនមិននេះជួបគាត់មានកូនគាត់ទៅហៅកូនជួបតិចមើលវិញគាត់តែមួយអត់ចេះនិយាយមួយហ្នឹងមិនដឹងអីកូនមិញណាកូននេះមិនដឹងអីហ្នឹងនេះhere ឆាលកូនណាប៉ុន្តែអត់ដឹងអីទេឆាលមិនថាគាត់ដឹងអី leg out
mental problem
mental problem yeah one child mental problem
a girl sitting on
Are these their children as well? And may we know how old they are?
យុម៉ានហើយ
អាយុ20ហើយ
20 years
មិនដឹង
years old yeah
not children adult ចោអូនអាយុប៉ុន្មាន17នេះកូនគាត់ម្នាក់ទៀតអូនឈ្មោះអីមិញបុលសុកមានតាពីហៅសាន់
កូនទីណានេះ
ពីណាមបុលសុកមានទី5
កូនទី5ទី1អាយុណាទី1អាយុ30
Could we also ask how have the children benefited from World Vision?
បានលោករង World Vision នេះ
កូនគាត់បានទទួលផលប្រយោជន៍អីពី World Vision យើងបានអីពីកូនចា
អូនចូលរួមអីខ្លះមួយ World Vision ការទៀតអីខ្លះ
ចូលរួមអ្នកដឹកនាំធានក្រុមនេះជំនាញកីឡា
I am a youth leader in the club in youth club រៀនអីគេខ្លះពីហ្នឹង
join មាន youth project
ចូលជនស្ម័គ្រចិត្ត
យ៉ា
អីទៀតការពីណា
យុវជនស្ម័គ្រចិត្តហើយអូនរៀនអីខ្លះជាមួយនឹងមានបានរៀនអីខ្លះពេលចូលក្នុង
What do you learn from being a youth leader? I learn a lot from the community.
ចូលមានមេរៀនអីខ្លះដែរអូនបានរៀនពីលោកគ្រូណាគាត់រៀន
What lesson do you learn from? I learn a lot. It is about youth curriculum, life skill.
ចុះក្រៅពីការរៀនសូត្រអូនទទួលបានសម្ភារៈអីខ្លះទេពីអង្គការសិក្សាបានកៅអៅ
Besides learning, what do you receive? I got a cloth.
បានកៅអៅសិភៅ
book
ប៊ិច
pen ruler
កតាប
bag
បាចឹង
shoe that
បាន mask
and mask first mask alcohol
កំឡុងពេល COVID
during COVID pandemic
ចុះពេលអូនបានចូលរួមនៅក្នុងក្រុមហ្នឹងក្រៅពីជួយខ្លួនឯងអូនបានជួយអីខ្លះទៅដល់កុមារផ្សេងទៀតក្នុងសហគមន៍
during you involved in youth club beside helping yourself what other what have
other youth
yes what can you have other youth
បាទកាលពីបានរៀនមួយគ្រូខ្ញុំបានផ្ដល់ចំណេះដឹងឲ្យអូនដែរគាត់
After I got knowledge I share it to my friend and my small children as well
ជាក្តីសប្បន្នរបស់អូនចង់ឃើញសហគមន៍យើងមិនណាចង់ឃើញកុមារយុវជនអ្នកនៅជុំវិញយើងមិនណា
In the future what do you want to see in your community I want to see the community is improve or more than before? What about the young children in your community? I want them to study a lot. And get a good job.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Sokhin, Mr. Sambour and Ingbo. Thank you also, Sokha and Chani for interpreting. Yeah, thank you for allowing us to better understand your family and community.
គាត់អរគុណសុខមានឯងបានចូលរួមនឹងជាមួយគ្រួសារហើយពូមីអស់បានចំណាយពេលចូលរួមនឹងចែកចាយនៅព័ត៌មាននិងសហគមន៍ណាបាទអរគុណ Thank you so much. Thank you so much. អរគុណច្រើន
Okay, as we are nearing the end of our virtual trip, we want to open the floor now for a time of Q&As. Yeah, so you may type your questions in the Q&A box below. Yeah, and we'll be taking some of the questions that have been submitted. Okay, we have one question for our Sambour Area Program Manager. What is the biggest challenge that you face in Sambour? Yeah, maybe we can have Supat take this question. We also have another question regarding the Kirivong area program. So this one maybe later, Pisat, you can take this question. It is, what is the most encouraging transformation you have seen in the community?
For Sambour first?
Yeah, Pisat, go ahead.
Okay, let me repeat the question. What is the biggest challenge in Sambour, right? Okay. So according to what our World Vision conducted assessment and design, yeah, the biggest challenge or biggest issue in our Sambour AP, the first one is related to nutrition, yeah, malnourished children. And the second one is related to education. Children drop out of school, children cannot read. And the last one is about child protection, yeah, domestic violence, child protection issue in the community. Yeah, these are what the community raised, yeah, during we conduct the AP assessment and design. Thank you. If you would like to add more question or clarify.
Yeah, can I add a little bit with Peter? It's me, Li Huan. Yeah, regarding to the question.
Turn on your camera, Li Huan. Turn on.
Because I have problem in my
okay, go ahead.
Sorry on that. Actually, yeah, like Vision mentioned, regarding to the program, we have some of the challenging in terms of nutrition, wash, education, and also child protection. But if we look at to the situation of the programming there, as you have seen, there we can call the Iceland. So challenging in terms of the staff. So we need to travel by boat for every village that we go. So we have 3 communes separately that we need to travel. And in the same commune, we also could not like travel by motor to one village to another village. So we need to travel by boat as well. So it kind of the challenging that our team spend more time on traveling, and some part of the risky, we need to have like a code during our travelings by boat. And you can see this situation we facing with the COVID-19, so that the kind of the concern we are challenging in terms of the big gatherings of the community meetings. Even though there's someone who has strengths outside the district, so it's challenging. They scare with our team to meeting with them. Even though we try to like the social distancing via face mask and also some of the limitation of the participation from the community as well. Yeah, in terms of community as well, like they traveling, they also challenging in in terms of meeting with our team, they need also travel by boat as well. That 2 points I just want to add. Thank you so much.
Okay, I would like to add a few related to hygiene and sanitation. Yeah, because of the geography area, because of the understanding of the community people. So many family they defecated publicly at the forest or in the river water, so they have problem with the disease, and they don't understand about body hygiene like hand washing, and also they don't understand about the importance of use or drink the safe drinking water here. Yeah, some of them drink or use the water directly from the river, so making them challenges with disease here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our team in Sambour. We do have one more question regarding Sambour, and that is, are the teachers in Sambour from Sambour, or are they from other parts of Cambodia? Yep, sorry, Pisat, we have another question for you.
We have another question for you.
So sorry, come again, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so the question is, are the teachers in Sambour from Sambour itself, or are they from other parts of Cambodia?
Mostly they are in Kratie province. Some from Sambour district, some from another district, but mainly in Kratie province, the same province, but different district. Yeah.
Thank you, Pisat. Okay, I think we are running short of time, so we will take some of your other questions offline. Yep. At this point in time, we just want to say a very big thank you for all your support, especially a big thank you to all our sponsors for supporting us. Yeah, and especially if you are currently sponsoring a child from Cambodia. So for myself, personally, I am supporting a child in Cambodia, and it's so heartening to see the work that the team is doing on the ground. And I believe these changes will continue, and we can look forward to long-lasting transformation in these communities. But if you are not a sponsor with us yet, not to worry, we still have plenty of Cambodian children up for sponsorship. So in the next slide, we actually have a few children here who are available for sponsorship. We have both boys and girls of varying ages. So if you're keen to sponsor any of these children, you can scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen and WhatsApp the name of the child that you are keen to sponsor to us. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp us at the number shown below, 69220144. Now, apart from the children here, we do have many more children waiting to be sponsored as well. So if you're keen to have a look at any of their pictures or find out a bit more about their backgrounds, feel free to drop us a message on WhatsApp also, and my friendly colleagues handling the line will be in touch to assist you. Okay, so now for something very exciting that we have coming up. I know a lot of us are dying to meet your sponsored child or children, and we can't travel abroad. So the team has actually planned a virtual meetup. Yep, a virtual meetup with your sponsored child. And it'll be happening on the 3rd of May, which is a Tuesday. And it will be for the children from Kirivong, Cambodia. So I think as you saw just now, our work in Kirivong would be ending soon. So this would be a good opportunity for you to connect with your sponsored child in Kirivong. Can I have the next slide, please? We have the details there. Yep, so the virtual meetup will happen on 3rd of May at 10 to 11:30 in the morning. And there will be a cost of $75. This is to cover the logistical arrangements. And also it will include a gift to your sponsored child. Please note that we have very limited slots, and registrations will be on a first come, first served basis. So if you're keen to meet your sponsored child in Kirivong online, do scan the QR code that is shown on the screen now to sign up. You can also head over to our website, worldvision.org.sg/trips to find out more about the event, or similarly just WhatsApp us if you have any questions at all about the event. All right, with that, we have come to the end of our virtual trip. We just want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we really hope you had a pleasant experience with us. So before you go, we do have a quick poll that will be popping up on your screen, and we appreciate if you could just give us 2 minutes to fill in the feedback so that we can improve on the next session. Yep, thank you so much everyone once again. We really hope that you enjoyed the virtual trip, and we hope to see you again next time on our next virtual trip. Have a good weekend.